Hi guys and welcome back to Crypto Chester. My name is Chester and today I'll be walking you through the crypto markets. First things first, I'm going to be talking about Bitcoin here on the short-term time frame. That's the hourly. We're going to be starting off with the hourly, then we're going to be moving across to the midterm, which is the 4-hourly. Then we're going to be hitting up the long-term. Once we're done with Bitcoin there, guys, I think we're experiencing quite a lot of lag right now. Pretty annoying. So yeah, hopefully it's not too laggy. I haven't streamed in a while, so the PC's probably just getting used to it again. Yeah, once we're done with Bitcoin, guys, hopefully the lag just sorts itself out. But yeah, once we're done with Bitcoin, we're going to get through to my altcoins of the day. This is 3 altcoins that I have chosen to showcase to you today. The 3 altcoins that I have chosen to showcase to you today are Ethereum, BNB, Binance Coin, baby, and also VeChain. VeChain, we're going to be touching on VeChain as well. So yeah, once I'm done with my altcoins of the day, I will be then doing some altcoin requests, guys. And that is when you dump your altcoin requests in the chat. I'll do some live TA for you live on air. So yeah, let me just put my phone on silent, actually. That's good crazy. So yeah, I hope you're having a fantastic, what are we, Tuesday morning? Tuesday morning? We are Tuesday morning. I hope you're having a fantastic Tuesday morning. It is 12 degrees in England. And yes, technically it is still the summer. 12 degrees. I know, dreadful. Anyway, shout outs. Mr. Malcony, I missed you, Chester. Nice to see you on the stream. There we got Illustri, there we got Mindless Musician, we've got Agent Coos, we've got CC, we've got Shadow, we got Joe Hart, we got Pamela, we got Hero Optimus, and we got our first member coming through. Last Index, nice to see you on the stream there, man. Darren Kelly, hello Crypto Chester, my man. Sam Griffiths, good morning to you, sir, as well. Today I'm in time, bro, says Shadow. Nice to see you all on the stream, continuously supporting the channel out here. And let me know if it's lagging here, guys, because YouTube is it's really telling me it's not very happy with what's going on with the stream. It's saying it's very, very unhealthy. And Scrambled G as well, nice to see you on the stream there, my guy. But yeah, without further ado, should we just get into Bitcoin? Hopefully it's not lagging too much, guys. I haven't got like 100 things running, so I don't understand why it would be lagging. Bit annoying. Is what it is. Maybe I need to sort some other stuff out. But yeah, let's get straight into Bitcoin. But yeah, hope you're all having a fantastic day so far. Went through that already. But yeah, what I do want to say, guys, obviously you guys know it was my birthday last week. So it's been a bit of a messy weekend, you know. I'm still a little bit hungover from the Saturday night. But yeah, I'm back here. I'm back. I'm here to stay. Don't sweat it. I'm not gone anywhere. I know I didn't stream yesterday. I was waiting for the plumber to come all day. It was very, very annoying. And I got to the point of the day and I was like, just the sleep kind of caught up with me, right? So I was just like, you know what? I'm not gonna stream today. I'm gonna come back fresh tomorrow and see how we go. And to be honest, I'm fresh as a daisy. I've had all my fruit today. I'm all good. But yeah, anyway, let's get straight to Bitcoin. Enough about me. No lag for me. Brilliant. So everyone is happy that it's not lagging. All good stuff. Good morning, LR. Nice to see you on the stream. They got Hero Optimus coming through there. Diego. Good morning, my man. Ajira as well. Nice to see you all. The OGs coming through today. Nice stuff coming through there, guys. Right, Bitcoin. What the hell has happened to Bitcoin? No, let's just we'll get to the long term time frame for the moment here, but yes, so Bitcoin here on the hourly, as you can see, guys, falling wedge pattern coming through there. We have actually seen a bit of a breakout. This music is just going mental. I didn't plan for this. Best mega mix. Yeah, so as you can see here, guys, falling wedge pattern to the downside here. Obviously, I know what happened here. It was just crazy stuff, like crazy dumps to the downside. So yeah, we're not going to include this in the trend line because it was very, very volatile stuff. But yeah, as you can see here, we do have falling wedge chart patterns to the upside here, sorry, to the downside. Now in terms of the measure move, we were looking for that. Hello, completed. Very good stuff indeed. Pretty I mean, to be honest, it's needed, right? We've needed this to happen. We've needed this buyback to actually come to fruition, just because, well, we've seen how bloody it's been over the last literally like day and a half or so. It's been pretty goddamn disgusting in my opinion, right? And for Bitcoin to be doing this, not only just then, it's been doing this every single, so the start of the week, every single week for the last 3 weeks now. Do you remember here? We had this insane crypto crash in the space of like 5 minutes there. And then also we had this insane manipulation here coming through at the start of last week there. And now, this is the start of this week. Setting, you guessed it, yes, a lower low in terms of this chart pattern. Really bad, okay? Really bad, really unhealthy for Bitcoin. And I'm sure everyone is losing it. No, I've seen quite a lot of people panicking, and in a lot of the Telegram communities I am part of, I think the whole narrative is very, very pretty goddamn fearful, right? Everyone is pretty scared right now of what is going to be happening to Bitcoin. let's just, we know what we say on this channel, right? We're calm, we're collected. We're just going to see what's good. We're going to see what's good coming through here. But yeah, in terms of what's happening here on the shorter term time frame here for Bitcoin, just have a little look at the chat there. We've got Mr. Malcolm, 5-day recovery from birthday party. Us English, man, we party wild. Joe Hart, you party hard, man. Hey, man, I'm 26, man, of course. Balta says, good morning, Chester. Nice to see you on the stream there, bro. Ajira says, what do you think for EOY? I have doubts for 100k. Guess around 80. We'll have a little look. We'll have a little look at that later on. My good sir. 9 likes as well, guys. You're absolutely killing it. Amazing stuff there. Do appreciate your likes coming through. But yeah, my stream it does say it's lagging pretty badly, so hopefully it's not. Hopefully it's maybe I've got loads of things. I've got fiber internet and it's just crap. But yeah, anyway, Bitcoin. Back to Bitcoin. Let's talk about this bullish divergence that we had actually playing out. I know it's quite thin. And I know it's nearly near enough horizontal coming through here on the MACD. But yeah, the bullish divergence, you can see the buyback in terms of that candle close there. Straight off that horizontal, straight off this trend line coming down here. So yeah, it's a pretty predictive point in terms of a bounce point that we did see actually come into fruition here, guys. Now at this point in time, what I would be looking for, I mean, before I started the stream, right, we were climbing up for this this measure move out of this falling wedge pattern, and I was going to be like, yeah, we're going to hit this, it's going to be amazing, but hey, we already hit that. So yeah, now my next target for Bitcoin here would be, first things first, would be the volume weighted ATR band. The volume weighted ATR band on the hourly is currently sat at 43,582. This is going to be the target price. I think we may have just tapped that, said hello, not quite as of yet, but in the next hour or so, I would see us actually tapping that and saying hello to that. Right now, we are saying hello to the 21 moving average, which is a very, we know it's a correlative, it's a moving average that do get heavy resistance of. As you can see, this yellow one here, resistance continuously along this zone. So we need to basically prepare for that. And the reason why we're preparing for that is because we're still in this dirty, filthy, disgusting downtrend of just what the hell has happened to Bitcoin, right? Yeah, we're in this dirtiness coming down there. If we want to see any sort of progression, any sort of momentum to the upside here for Bitcoin, we need to be challenging and invalidating these lower highs here on the shorter term time frames. First one there is going to be around a 44,000 there. I mean, to be honest, it's still pretty rough where we are now. So yeah, I would say we've got a lot of resistance to get through, especially this volume weighted ATR band. But on the plus side, guys, if we can find support on this volume weighted ATR band, hello, we're going to be looking at a little bit of a move to the upside. Hopefully that's here Optimus is coming through with his internet knowledge there. Appreciate that, man. So yeah, as you can see, this is going to be the crucial point to get over. If we can get over this and find a level of support in this volume weighted ATR band, then it's going to be a lot better for us, guys. We know about the OGs on the channel here. We know about the volume weighted ATR bands here. They're heavy. So we got volume weighted ATR band at the top side here. That's going to be the red one. The bottom side is going to be the green one. As you can see, resistance along this zone to the top side here, and also support coming through here on this green one here. Now, this is crucial. If we're below the green volume weighted ATR band, guys, we tend to trend below it in terms of resistance for quite a while until we actually break above it, and then we have a nice little support level of support being basically formed there. So now, in terms of where we're going to be in terms of live price, we're literally sat around here in terms of the volume weighted ATR band, right? So let's jump back to the volume weighted ATR band in terms of the live price right now. As you can see, we're coming up to test that. What I'm saying here, guys, if we can test this, if we can get over it, then we're going to be looking at probably grinding it like so, bouncing on it in terms of a level of support. So that's definitely one scenario that we need to be thinking about there. Now, if that is going to happen, we're going to be looking like we're going to be coming up to challenge this 44,030 there. That is going to be the first sort of healthy challenge point that we want to be getting over here, guys. And the reasoning for that is it is the most recent confirmed lower high there, the most recent confirmed lower high. And you can see the consolidation, the resistance that we found along the zone, the momentum to the downside off this point. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see if we can break this zone. If we can break this zone to the upside, please, can we break this zone to the upside? It's going to be looking a lot more progressive for Bitcoin. But what I'm saying here, guys, if we can't do this before stock market open here at 2:30 in the UK, not really sure what time it is in all the other countries and stuff for you guys, but for here in the UK, it's going to be 2:30 in the afternoon. So yeah, if we can actually get over this zone by 2:30, God, it's going to be a lot more progressive for Bitcoin. It's going to be looking a lot more better because we want to be using everything that we've got here as a level of support. And the reasoning for this is, guys, pre-market, stock market at the moment, we know it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. If you go to like I've got a stocks watch list, right? And literally they're all red. They're all red. Everyone's having a bad week so far. So yeah, it's pretty bad for stocks at the moment. We know, obviously, bullish stock market, bearish stock market, it has an effect on Bitcoin, right? And at this point in time, it's looking like the stock market in general is having a bit of a pullback, a bit of a shake. Don't know what's going on there. So yeah, it's obviously having a it's having a bit of effect on Bitcoin as well. Bit of a tongue twister there. It's having a bit of effect on Bitcoin there as well. So yeah, so if we can get over this 44K by then invalidating the most recent lower height, then it's going to be a lot more progressive for Bitcoin here in terms of when we do have that stock market pullback, we could be using this zone as a level of support instead of resistance, right? If we're below here and then we have the stock market open around this sort of zone there, the likelihood of us crashing and having the continuation to the downside is strong. It is strong, guys. So this is going to be our short-term target for Bitcoin here on the 1 hourly time frame. And let's get rid of the MACD for a second, and let's bring up the RSI and see what's going on here for the hourly coming through here, guys. I mean, to be honest, we're seeing a bit of a recovery, right? After really being oversold here, the recovery is actually being quite strong here. And same sort of scenario, I would say a nice we're a bullish divergence, yeah, and that's probably why we're seeing a bit of a buyback coming through here, guys. But yeah, near enough at the central point as well. I mean, I don't want to say it's good, but it's not bad. It's not bad for what we've seen over the last, say, 12 hours. It's actually pretty good what we're seeing on the RSI. We're seeing a nice recovery, and it's not just a consolidation recovery, guys. We're seeing actual momentum to the upside, and that's just going to be another point that we need to be watching out for here, guys, because if we are going to see us actually come up and challenging this 44, we don't want to be seeing us really steep, because we know that's obviously going to be pushing the RSI to the over sort of bought sort of scenario there, and then we have a bit of a sell-off. So we don't want that to happen. We actually just want to be nice and gentle, couple of nice gentle uptrends, and then just breaking through lower highs like I was just saying there, and then we can be really achieving our short-term targets there for the old Bitcoin on the short term, right? So let me jump to the chat quickly, because I see quite a lot of you are chatting in the chat there, and have some juice. Toy Wolf says, Chester, we're going to $250,000 now. God, wouldn't that be amazing? JS says, hey Chester, how are you, man? I'm all good. Obviously, it was the birthday last week. I'm recovering. I'm near enough recovered, right? But yeah, us English, we do party hard out here. 15 likes as well, guys. You're absolutely killing it. Amazing stuff. Yeah, let me jump to Bitcoin here, if it's going to load. Bitcoin here on the midterm, because this is quite interesting stuff, actually, guys. Because do you remember last week when I think it was my birthday stream, actually, last Wednesday, I think it was. We actually saw, what did we see? We saw what we were looking for here. We were looking for a measure move out of this broadening wedge. As you can see here, massive broadening wedge, guys, here on the longer term time frame. We took a measure move of the least recent downtrend, right? If we are going to be breaking to the downside to get some sort of prediction coming through there, and we're not going to go on the most recent downtrend, right? Because it's just too big. It's a bit too goddamn greedy, and we're not here for greed, guys. We're here for money. We're not here for greed. We're here for money. So yeah, as you can see here, the measure move from the least recent downtrend there is like so, right? Is like so from this break point, and as you can see, hello, completed. We completed that measure move all the way down to 40k. Granted, yes, guys, it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. Sam, no, man. No, funny stuff though. Skilla says futures actually green in the US. Okay, that's interesting. LMR, I appreciate you sharing your knowledge. Not a problem at all. Not a problem at all. Do this every single day, Monday to Friday. Well, I haven't been recently, just because it's obviously been the birthday and I've been partying. But I'm back and I'm here to stay. Monday to Friday. All that good stuff coming through there, guys. But yeah, as you can see, the measure move to the downside from breaking out of this chart pattern was looking like so, right? And that was obviously breaking this clear horizontal of this broadening wedge here. Massive level of support here. We found support on here multiple occasions here, people. Multiple tests. And we didn't prevail here. We actually lost it, and we fell down to the downside. If anyone was here to short Bitcoin here, hello. Nice little 8%. Good stuff coming through there, people. Well done to all you guys that did jump on that bandwagon and got involved with that short position coming through there. Now, I do want to talk about the most recent trend of what we think, well, not what we think, what we have happening, what we have got happening right now. We've got a falling wedge chart pattern, and also you can see how prominent, that's probably a good word, this trap zone is. We've got a dirty trap zone. You can see the level of support of this wick and also this wick. You can see the bounce points. They're pretty strong indeed, but that does bring me on to this falling wedge pattern. We know falling wedge patterns usually break to the upside, people, so we need to basically be taking into account, if we can get enough momentum to the upside, a breakout scenario, right? Granted, with the way the market's looking, with how fearful everyone is right now, I think it's pretty unlikely for us to be breaking to the upside, right? So let's just go on the basis that we're going to hold this volume weighted ATR band for now. The volume weighted ATR band, guys, as I just explained a minute ago, heavy level of support if we are above it. You can see we did test it massively with that wick, but we're actually holding that level of support. So the crucial point to watch here would be that breakdown scenario. If the breakdown scenario is going to play out of this falling wedge, we are going to be losing that 42,569 there. And also the volume weighted ATR band is going to be around that 42,124. So it's going to be pretty rough to see what is going to happen here. Depending, we'll just have to wait till stock market open, right? Because even if we even see a nice bit of momentum here on the shorter term time frame, getting to that previous lower high on the short term time frame here, getting to that previous lower high that we've got coming through here. On the midterm, that is going to be a horizontal coming through here. You can see the levels of support along this zone, right? Sorry, the levels of resistance. Sorry, no, the levels of support along this zone. This is obviously going to be a massive resistance point that we are going to need to overcome, guys. In terms of a price for that, let me bring back this horizontal actually, because that was coming through there. In terms of a price for that, is going to be around that 43,970, right? And that does correlate pretty godly with this 44,000 sort of zone there. So yeah, it's going to be pretty rough. It's going to be a pretty rough journey. If we can get over that 44K, same sort of narrative as the shorter term time frame there, guys. If we can get over that 44K before stock market open, it's going to be a lot better indeed for us in terms of a scenario, in terms of a recovery, in terms of actually surviving the bounce point coming through here. I mean, the chances of this being just a bear trap coming through here, I mean, it's pretty highly unlikely. We're setting lower lows continuously, guys. Not quite here, but another lower low from this low here. And then this confirmed lower high here. It's just pretty rough, right? It's just, I don't like to say it looks rough because we want Bitcoin to be going up, and we want all our alts to be doing the same thing, right? But it's just really looking awful. It's really looking awful. It's been a rough few days, right? But yeah, so that's going to be what I'm going to say here about sort of the midterm here for Bitcoin. The point to be watching, yes, again, would be that 44,000. We do have the 10 simple coming down here in terms of the moving average, and that's set around that 44,000 as well. So yeah, that's going to be a level of support that we need to get over. Sorry, a level of resistance that we need to get over as well. If we can get over that, brilliant. It's just looking rough. It's just looking rough, right? It's looking really bad. So yeah, let's I would expect Bitcoin to actually probably come down if the scenario is going to play out here, guys. But as you can see here, on Bitcoin here on the midterm, on the RSI, we're seriously pretty oversold here. So we do need a bit of a buyback. That's probably why we're seeing a bit of a buyback coming through in terms of the live price. Now, if we are looking for any sort of target in terms of a resistance point here, we can be near enough getting to that central point of the RSI. Maybe we actually have a nice sideways period grinding along this trend line for a long time now. Well, not a long time. I'd probably say the rest of the day, hopefully, if the stock market open doesn't kill us. But yeah, if we can have a nice little sideways sort of momentum, it's obviously going to bring the RSI back to this central point, back to this key point of resistance here in terms of this back to this key point of resistance here in terms of this downward slope and resistance line, which we know we've been referencing this for quite a goddamn long time, right? So yeah, there's going to be definitely be a point to watch there for the RSI for Bitcoin here on the midterm time frame. Now let me jump to oh yeah, volume's down as well. Not looking so hot. Not looking so hot at all, I must say. Now, let me jump to the midterm here. Sorry, the long term. Let me jump to the long term. I'm just going to have some more juice, and then we're going to carry on. Hello, Jay. Nice to see you there. Afghanistan journey. Will BTC done more? Potentially. Toy Wolf. Loving the Middle Ages peasant haircut. Thanks, man. Brilliant stuff. 21 likes as well, guys. You're killing it. Amazing stuff. All your likes don't go unappreciated. I really don't. And so, yeah, as you can see here, guys, the previous high that we did see, the all-time high coming through that for the old Bitcoin was around that $65,000 sort of area there. Now, unfortunately, this is not what we wanted. This right here is not what we wanted. The reasoning for this is, guys, this is actually a confirmed lower high from the all-time high, right? Which is rough. We've got a confirmed lower high here, all-time high. So lower high here, and then another confirmed lower high coming through here, because we didn't come up and we didn't test this 59K with enough momentum coming through there. We actually saw heavy rejections. I think that was dead on the bull market barrier. Yep, as predicted in a sense there, guys. Let me get rid of some of these indicators. It's quite messy. Yeah, as you can see here, guys, bull market barrier coming through here. You can see that key resistance point that we did find here, and you can see the progression to the downside from there. I mean, it's so sad to say, right? Because I know over the last, well, since Elon and Jack jumped on this conference in the B Word conference on the 20th or 21st of July, I can't remember when it was, but you can see the uptrend that we did see from that. We saw a healthy, really big uptrend actually, bringing us around 80% in terms of progression for Bitcoin itself. Very good stuff indeed, very healthy stuff indeed in terms of nice pullbacks coming through that. But what we are seeing now, guys, is higher lows being invalidated. Seriously challenged here. Quite a few people thought we were going to actually have a bounce point coming through here, but no, didn't quite get that. And now the progression to the downside, it's hurting. It's hurting. But yeah, if we are going to be looking at some sort of prediction or heavy levels of support that we do need to be looking for in terms of bounce points coming through here, guys, you can see the all-time high. We've got trend lines coming down from the all-time high, coming through it, setting on the first lower high that we did have, and then obviously consolidation point along this zone in terms of breaking that level of resistance there from this I guess most recent daily uptrend that we did see coming through here. The most confident point we've had for Bitcoin since obviously the first insane crash in May coming through. That was April actually. The crypto crash we saw in April, May, right? So yeah, this is obviously the key point that we did need to get over there, guys. We actually got over it, found a level of support, and saw that progression actually prevail. From there, that huge dump about 3 weeks ago, that 5 minutes of manipulation, crazy station stuff, we saw a lovely, perfect bounce of 42,900, that sort of area there. Now, this is the interesting thing here, guys. You can see the dump that we've had today. It's bounced pretty much on exactly the same sort of zone, right? It's bounced pretty much on exactly the same sort of zone. So I would say here, this is a very crucial point for Bitcoin. If we lose this zone, people, if we lose 40,000, if we lose this trend line, it's bad, okay? It's pretty bad, right? I know a lot of people are like, oh, no, it's just a bounce, it's fine. Da, 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 da. I'm still so bullish. No. If we lose this 40,000 here, we're looking at targets of higher lows coming through here, 37,000, and then below that, it's going to be 35,000, and then probably even below that, we're looking around 33,000 there. And to be honest, in terms of a scenario to play out here, it's still looking it's just looking so rough. It's quite sad. It's looking so rough in terms of these lower highs getting set here, guys. So yeah, I would expect let's bang in some horizontals in terms of some bounce points, see if we can get some sort of predictions coming through there. Once if we lose this 40k zone and then we don't bounce up from here, right? This is going to be pretty awful stuff indeed. So yeah, if we do lose this zone, we could be looking at bouncing down to this 37,953. That's near enough 38k, and then from there we're obviously going to bang some more in, probably around that sort of zone there. Yeah, I'd probably bang one in around that 36,483, and then from there probably could get another one in around sort of that zone there. So yeah, there's a lot of correlative support points that we could be looking for here on the daily, and there's a lot of scenarios that we do need to be taking into consideration. Whether we are just going to be scurrying around here for a bit and then have a swift recovery, that's going to be the ideal scenario here for Bitcoin. But it's just looking really bearish, to be honest. And it's sad to say. It's sad to say after seeing that 80% pump coming through there for Bitcoin. It's quite upsetting. It's quite upsetting. But at the end of the day, it is what it is, right? Now let's talk about the hash ribbon signal that we did have coming through here. And to be honest, what did I say here, guys? I said, look, the chances of us actually getting counter traded here, it's quite high, because I saw multiple YouTubers actually covering this. I know this indicator went out to probably millions of people out here. So it's what do you think about the Evergrande situation? Yeah, I did. I've done some reading up about that actually, and it's not good. It's not good. I did I put my 2 cents in the description of the video. So yeah, if you do want to have a look at that, if you guys are unfamiliar with actually what's happened in China and that one of the reasons why we've actually seen a bit of a correction here for Bitcoin in the last I suppose in the last day and a half or something along the lines of that, right? This is primarily one of the reasons that sort of started it, right? So yeah, if you did want to get a bit more information on that, the information is in the description of the video, guys. And it's about the second largest property development company in China. Basically, they're in like $100 billion worth of debt, and they can't afford the interest on the debt. And basically, 1.5 million people could potentially lose the deposits on the houses that aren't even built yet. So yeah, bit of panic in terms of digital currency and all that stuff. So yeah, it's probably what's starting what we're seeing here. So yeah, there's a lot of information that we could be gauging from that. And obviously that's having an effect on stock markets and everything. So yeah, it's all just a bit up in the air at the moment, whether we know what is going to happen. Yeah, it's a tricky one. It's a tricky one, guys. But yeah, in terms of the hash ribbons, we are actually getting counter trade at this point in time. My entry was 43,800, I do believe. I got quite a late entry on this after the pullback. But yeah, at this point in time, we're in the negatives, guys. It's what it is. But yeah, we're in the negatives. And to be honest, the hash ribbons indicator has been insanely reliable. Insanely reliable in the space of well, space of 5 trades, 80% profitable, 69,000 after starting with 10 grand here, guys. So yeah, insanely profitable. Coming through there, say, hey, a loss is a loss. We're not going to win every single trade. It is what it is, right? So yeah, I'm just going to have a bit more juice and then carry on. Good stuff. One man, he says, I didn't get a notification, which is weird. Yeah, probably because I haven't been streaming recently. It's been my birthday and been a bit of a recovery. So yeah, probably the reason YouTube probably don't let you know once I don't stream, because I don't get put into the algorithm, right? They're quite funny like that. Yeah, in terms of what is happening here on the weekly, I mean, if only we'd have come up a bit higher, right? If only we'd have come up a bit higher on Bitcoin on the weekly here, we could have actually seen maybe a challenge at this top side here. And it would have been a double top for Bitcoin. But yeah, at this point in time, guys, it's not, I wouldn't say it's the end of the world. But in terms of a correctionary period, what we are looking for now, we do need to actually bounce from here. We need to bounce up. Otherwise, as I said, we're going to have continuation to the downside, right? So yeah, we do have the 55 moving average coming up to say hello as well. Got any other moving averages coming through here? Where they've all disappeared to. Here we go. Here we go. The 10 simple and the 21 as well. Yeah, so at this point in time, guys, we have actually lost the 21 moving average, and that's sat around at 43,500. That's probably going to be a good target point for the week between that and also the 10 simple, between this 44,000 sort of area. But yeah, as you can see here, for the start of this week here, guys, from the opening of this week to now, it's pretty rough already, right? It's pretty rough already. Granted, yes, we do still have 5 days and 15 hours left to actually come in and potentially put in a recovery. But yeah, as I said on multiple time frames, that it's still looking pretty rough, still looking pretty bearish continuously there. So yeah, let's jump on. Let's have a little look at moving averages on the daily chart coming through here, guys. We're bouncing off the 200 EMA actually, which is quite interesting. Considering that's actually acting as a level of support. If we do come down lower, we know we've actually got a lovely bounce point, probably 41,871 to be thinking about there, guys. I mean, yeah, it's just so rough. So rough coming through there. Afghanistan says BTC dipping. My connection is so bad today, it's really annoying. Yeah, so as you can see, we're actually getting rejected off that volume weighted ATR band coming through there. Did we quite tap it just yet? Not quite tapping it just yet. But yeah, we'll just have to see how this hourly actually carries on, right? 'Cause so far, we tested the 21 yet again, and then we've just seen that swift rejection coming down from there. We've already completed the measure move, guys, so we could actually even have the continuation to the downside from here if we do see the resistance playing out from this volume weighted ATR band here, guys. So yeah, potentially curl over and coming like that. We've got a 10 simple coming through there. That potentially is going to act as support. If it doesn't, we know we've got another trend line to the downside coming through here. Pretty awful lines. But yeah, that's pretty much the scenario that we would be looking for there for Bitcoin if this curl rollover is going to happen, if this lower high is going to get created, and we're not actually going to come up and challenge this 44. But as I was saying at the start of the stream, guys, ideally what we do want here is us to come up, smash through this volume weighted ATR band, and actually bang it up to this 44k, and bang it up over there and find that support before stock market open, before it throws us straight under the bus there. I mean, to be honest, probably going to call Bitcoin there. Like, we just have to see how it plans out, guys. I mean, the lowest low point that we could see in terms of if we do reclaim this descending triangle chart pattern that we are seeing here is going to be this 29k, and you can see this has been very, very correlative along this zone here, quite a lot coming through for 29k there. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if we do see us absolutely plummet off this zone. But yeah, in terms of a summary, in terms of holding for the rest of the day here, the 14 hours left there, guys, we need to hold 40k. If we don't hold 40k, then easily we've got 37.9 on the cards there. Yeah, so it's going to be pretty rough. So 40k is going to be the point here, guys. I mean, to be honest, I would expect a bit of a bounce up to the upside here, but yeah, it's just looking really rough, man. It's looking really rough. But yeah, let me jump to my altcoins today. This is 3 altcoins that I have chosen to showcase to you today, guys, and that is Ethereum, Binance Coin, and VeChain. Amazing stuff there. Let me jump to Ethereum straight away. As you can see here, Ethereum, pretty crucial time for Ethereum, right? We've got this gray box zone from this previous crypto crash coming through here, guys. You remember this insane thing that happened in May? crazy, like huge, like a 50% correction or something stupid like that. It was just ridiculous, right? So yeah, this grey box zone that we've got planned out here is from the crucial lower high points from that crash. Right now, you can see we're sat there. We're hovering on this $3,000 sort of area. If we lose this to 2,900 there, if we lose this 2,900 there, then it's likely we're going to come down to the 200 EMA here on the daily. That's going to be pretty rough stuff indeed. And to be honest, again, we have set a lower height from this high point. I could smell burning then. Something on fire in my house. Yeah, so as you can see here, we do have a lower high point being set here, guys. Banging it straight down off the volume weighted ATR band as well. As you can see, this little cheeky red line coming through there. Banging it straight down off the volume weighted ATR band, not finding that support as we tried to do this time here. Didn't quite get there, and we actually saw that instant rejection coming through there, guys. So yeah, it's not looking too... I mean, it's not looking too good. What I'm saying is we've got lower highs. It's looking pretty bad. But we know how Ethereum's been doing recently, guys. Before, obviously, what we have seen in terms of this downtrend. It's been running up. It's been pretty good in terms of progression to the upside. We did see it going quite, in a sense, parabolic here. Running up, in a sense, near enough on its own, right? It was since Elon and Jack jumped on that conference. But yeah, after that, we actually saw a very, very nice, this is very healthy in terms of a consolidatory period here for Ethereum. And then we went a cheeky bit parabolic, a bit too parabolic. And obviously we've seen a bit of consolidation here. And then the crash obviously came in after that. Not good because we did put in a high there for Ethereum. And now we have put in a lower high there. In terms of a target price right now, we do want to be holding this gray zone. Unfortunately, yes, it is pretty rough. If we lose this zone, it's pretty bad. But we do want to be holding this zone here as a level of support. If we can actually do that and not set lower lows like we have been doing continuously here for Ethereum, it's going to be nice. It's going to be nice. And the reason for that is we can actually gain a bit more confidence. And we know Ethereum is due some confidence here. It's just whether Bitcoin is going to hold out, because that's obviously clearly leading the market, as we are seeing Bitcoin dominance go up as well there, guys. Now, if we are looking for any sort of... it's pretty hard to do some measure moves here, to be honest. Let's see what I can do. Yeah, so I'd say this is the range that we are looking at here, guys. And if we are going to be looking at breaking to the downside any more here, then it's looking really, really bad. To be honest, I'm short on Ethereum, so it's not too bad. But yeah, that's going to be the break to the downside we are going to be looking at. In terms of percent for that, it's going to be around 22.38% there. Now, also in terms of a break to the upside here, if we are looking for an Ethereum break to the upside, if we are going to see some insane sort of crypto recovery coming through there, guys, we're going to be looking at some sort of move like so, right? In terms of a measure move for Ethereum, it could be looking at something along the lines of this. Now, this is going to bring us all the way up to this previous high here at around this 3,971. Did we quite get to 4K? Yeah, we did get to 4K. And also pretty correlative with the volume weighted ATR band as well there. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see how that does pan out. Obviously, guys, speculatively speaking, depending on where we're going to break here, we don't know if we are going to break to the upside just as of yet, but if we are going to be looking at any sort of percent for this, it's going to be around a 15.93%. If we are going to be trading this breakout here, then we're going to be staggering take profits all the way up here and vice versa, staggering take profits all the way down here. It's a bit different because we are trading an indicator sort of strategy coming through there for the short that we're currently in the ultra package group there. So yeah. Taking a bit of profit as we go there, but nothing really major because we're still in that predicted downtrend in a sense, right? It's quite hard to explain that without you guys being in the ultra group, right? Summit says, which app is best for trading? To be honest, I do favor Binance. I do like Binance. I've pretty much always used Binance, and the fees they're always good with Binance, right? And I know sometimes it can be quite hard to understand for some new traders out there, but I prefer Binance in my opinion, but I'm not here to show you exchanges and stuff like that, right? I'm not about that. So as you can see, this would be the move to the upside if we are going to be looking for that, guys. Now, in terms of Ethereum right now, we are seeing a bit of a buyback coming back from this grey box zone. So we saw a low of around 2,807 now after this buyback. So, I mean, it's pretty healthy buyback, to be honest, after this dump coming through there. Pretty volatile stuff there. So yeah, pretty healthy buyback coming through. I would be looking at a target of, let me jump down, smaller than time frames. Yeah, right now we're pretty much saying hello, trying to challenge the most recent lower high there, which is progressive. We're above the volume weighted ATR band here. So if we are going to actually see resistance play out from this previous lower high there, we know we've got the volume weighted ATR band coming up to bounce us back up again to give us another try for that potential invalidation of this lower high, and then we can talk about getting through to the next lower high, and that's at around that 3,176 there. But yeah, at this point in time, in terms of a short-term target for Ethereum here, I would be looking to probably get over around this 3,104 sort of zone there. That's going to be the ideal sort of scenario there. Yeah, that's pretty much Ethereum done there, people. Next, my altcoin of the day. One of my altcoins of the day. My second altcoin that I've chosen to showcase to you today is BNB. This is Binance Coin, people. Quite a lot going on here for Binance Coin, actually. So we're going to jump to the daily here. Are we going to jump to the daily? Yes, we are going to jump to the daily. Probably going to go to the 12-hour, actually. It's a bit more visually appealing for the end consumer. As you can see here, guys, we do have a pretty big range point coming through here. We've got lovely levels of support being continuously held here until this dirty dump to the downside. But yeah, continuously level of support being held here. Also, heavy resistance to the top side, creating, yes, you called it, a parallel channel, right? We've got parallel channel, pretty big range here, big macro range, and then obviously on the micro sort of scale here, we've got another parallel channel on the lower side. This is interesting just because you can see this parallel channel, you can see the resistance we've seen from these zones on the most recent crypto crashes coming through here. We did actually lose this zone to the downside most recently. Yes, we did. And the measure move completion for this zone to the downside in terms of the most recent downtrend here, people, is looking pretty much something along the lines of this. And yes, hello, we did complete that measure move completion reversal in terms of what we're seeing here for Binance Coin. Going to be pretty good indeed. For what we are going to be seeing here. I mean, at this point in time on the 4-hour, we're trying to get over the volume weighted ATR band as well. So yeah, it's looking pretty progressive, I would say. Again, for Binance Coin, I would be looking for a target to come up here. Excuse me. I would be looking for a target to come up here in terms of resistance line. To start off with, it is going to be in that 383 there. Someone says, is it good to buy ADA now? Potentially. We'll have to have a look at ADA pretty soon. Oh, we've got Elephant in the chat there. Nice to see you on the stream. Then we've got Fast Eddie. Binance has restrictions on US members. Oh, interesting. I didn't know it had restrictions on US members. What Binance Coin prediction? This is Binance Coin, my good sir. Yes, I would expect us to actually come up and test this previous correlative point. As you can see here, guys, we've got two pretty dirty, filthy wicks to the lower side here at 383 there. That's going to be the target point there. And to be honest, in our ultra package group, we did actually go. We went long on Binance Coin. I think it was around $318 actually. We actually went long there. It's very interesting. Obviously, that's just following an indicator, following the indicator's information there. So it's going to be interesting to see how it is going to react to a nice pump up to the upside. To be honest, I don't think it's going to be a successful trade there. But hey, it's I think that indicator is only 68% profitable, right? So they're not all going to be profitable trades. So yeah, we'll just have to see how that goes and see where it actually pulls us out, because seeing this dump like absolutely crazy, it was there like, okay, it's definitely going to be a loss here, but it's just, we're going to minimize that loss depending on where it's going to pull us out there. So yeah, we'll just have to see how that goes. You'll need to find a signals group, elephant. Yeah, so as you can see here, as I said, this is going to be the resistance point that we are going to be looking for Binance Coin there. Interesting stuff there. But yeah, I just wanted to touch on that measure move completion there, guys. Now, the next altcoin that I have seen, yeah, it is request soon, Amir. Don't you sweat it. I'll get to you in a sec. We've got VeChain coming through as the next altcoin of the day that I'm showcasing to you guys. I'm only going to be streaming for about an hour today, guys. Quite a lot of stuff to do, and I'm still pretty tired, so I've got to get myself back to 100% so I can go full steam or full stream again. Excuse the pun. Yeah, so as you can see here, VeChain coming through. As you can see, guys, we've got a symmetrical triangle pattern that we were talking about last time I streamed here last week. As you can see here, symmetrical triangle pattern coming through there. We were looking for a breakout to the downside here. Very nice position coming through there. We do have a trap zone off this chart pattern here. As you can see, support being formed continuously, and again being formed here. And yeah, we call this a trap zone just because if we are going to be coming down to this zone, usually a lot of people would short as soon as they break this chart pattern here. They'd short here, but no. There's a big trap zone coming through there, so we don't actually short until we leave this trap zone. As you can see here, that did actually play out, right? But then what we do, we actually have to, unfortunately, we have to half our measure move in a sense, right? Depending on how big that trap zone actually is, right? So yeah, we did actually lose about a third of our trade there, but hey, it's better to be safe than sorry. Still made around a 4, near on a 5% there gain. Obviously, staggering take profits all the way down. Still not too bad in terms of a VeChain position there. So yeah, I did want to touch on that very briefly in terms of a good example for a breakout scenario. Now, in terms of what we are seeing now here, guys, we do have a bit of a double bottom. I am seeing this coming through here for VeChain. Not looking too bad here. In terms of a recovery, if we are going to see this play out, I would be looking for target prices of around 10 cents and 47 there. God, VeChain is cheap. Remember this one, it was like 30 cents or something, right? I may be wrong. Come on, where are you? Yeah, I swear you're at 30 cents or something at one point. Yeah, look at that all-time high there. Around 28 cents there, and now we're sat around 9 cents. Christ, that is so cheap, man. But yeah, as you can see for VeChain, we have... Yeah, to be honest, it's been a rough journey for VeChain, right? You see a lot of the other altcoins here. A lot of the altcoins, they actually saw a nice amount of recovery. And ADA, for example, right? We saw ADA actually come up and just start some next uptrend and actually bang through previous all-time highs here. VeChain has not even scratched the surface of even cracking through these lower highs from that massive May crash there. So yeah, VeChain looking really rough, I would say, actually. In terms of losing this horizontal here for VeChain. Yeah, that's really, really not good for VeChain, actually. Looking at that now, it's like, that's a really bad scenario, considering we have actually got a lower high here in terms of a horizontal. We've got another challenge point for that lower high, trying to set a new high for this uptrend. Didn't get there, guys. Didn't get there. I know it's correlated perfectly with Bitcoin dumping, but yeah, it's really actually pretty bad for here for VeChain. I would expect VeChain to actually have continuation to the downside here and probably give 5 cents probably another try there. God, sad to say, I must say, but you can see the confidence isn't there compared to a lot of the other altcoins there. But yeah, in terms of that double bottom chart pattern, maybe for now that we could be seeing here, we could be seeing a price of around 10 cents and 48 there. But as you can see, we have got over the volume weighted ATR band on the hourly. So yeah, it's not all bad news here. But I would say VeChain in general, not good for now. And that is my 3 altcoins of the day that I've chosen to showcase to you guys. Now it's your time to shine, people. It's your time to shine. Put your altcoin requests in the chat and I will get to them as soon as I physically can. Let me start off with Superman coming through there. Chester, my dude. Nice to see you on the stream there, my bro. I haven't seen you in a while, bro. Maybe it was last week. Look at ICP for Toy Wolf there, because I'm actually quite intrigued about ICP just because... What? Just because obviously we all know ICP and how mental it went in terms of the downtrend, but we'll see how it's reacting to today's sort of market and stuff. Yeah, it's a clear double. really bad throat all of a sudden. I think it's because I'm talking and I haven't really done a lot of speaking over the last few days, right? And 28 likes. You guys out here, you're killing it. Thank you ever so much for your likes. They don't go unappreciated. Obviously, I'm still quite a new YouTuber out here. I've only been doing this like 4 months, right? So yeah, I do appreciate all the support coming through there. Now, in terms of ICP, obviously we saw that insane downtrend to the downside. I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world, I would say. It's not the worst thing in the world, and like the reason for that is we're not over this crucial point, right? In terms of we've not lost this crucial point, we're still holding it. If I am going to be like putting in a bad point for ICP, putting in a low in terms of a target price, if we are going to have the continuation to the downside from this chart pattern that we are seeing here, it is going to be around this $38.75 there. If we can hold that and find a level of support, we could be looking at a bounce point for that zone to come up there. But yeah, in terms of what we are looking for now, it is coming up and actually getting over, seeing the momentum change to the upside and getting over these previous lower highs here. That's what I'm going to be looking for there. It's still just really bad. We've obviously got higher lows here coming through, and that's obviously going to be the challenge point to come down. If we bounce off that zone, amazing. But if we invalidate this higher low, then we're going to probably be coming down even further to 28.61. And if, to be honest, with the confidence of this technology, if you haven't done any research on ICP in general, like ICP has got some good technology for the future. Really, really good stuff indeed. They're going to literally revolutionize the internet. But at this point in time, I'm sure you guys saw how we actually jumped into like the top 20 cryptocurrency with like a 20. It might have been I might be wrong here saying this, but it was like a $28 billion backing or something crazy like that. For a new coin to have that sort of backing, it's just unheard of. It had insane backing, and then obviously it was too early. It was far too early. No governments are like, yeah, crypto, come on in, amazing stuff. In terms of accepting the technology. So yeah, you can see the investors just basically sold in to every single person that actually just jumped in as soon as it actually launched there. So yeah, they just sold into everyone. In terms of example, we're currently trading at $49.32 there at launch here, people. We got all the way up to 2,728 there. So yeah, it's just ridiculous how much of a retracement this has had here. But yeah, in terms of technology for the future, this is going to do very well. We need a couple of governments to be like, yo, we got this, come on in. But yeah, at this point in time, guys, it's interesting to see how this is going to react just to the most recent market sort of behavior, right? Because we're seeing coins with like a lot of confidence, like Bitcoin and Ethereum, Binance Coin, even ADA itself. ADA is like below previous all-time highs there. So yeah, you can see how the market is reacting, and it's interesting to see how ICP is going to actually play out from there, because we know the confidence isn't so much there compared to like Bitcoin and Ethereum and that sort of scenarios, right? And yeah, interesting stuff there for ICP. In terms of a price prediction, as I said there, we are currently on the volume weighted daily average. It's held us up famously there. Very good stuff indeed. $44 there. But yeah, I would say the next target point in terms of the level of resistance that you do want to clear and find support on, it is going to be that $50.31. If you can get over that, your next target is going to be the 21 moving average there. Let me have a little look. Maximus. Alexander says, hey bruv, how are you doing? Theta and Theta fuel, please. Looking like a rug pull. Let's have a look at Theta for you there, man. Hope you're doing good as well, man. I'm still a bit not like 100% from my birthday, right? I'm gonna hit the gym hard tonight. I'm gonna just get my body back to like a good I don't know what the word is. Good health in a sense. Yeah, like I don't usually drink at all, right? And the last week, it's been a pretty long week, I must say. Been a pretty long week. So yeah, I don't usually drink or anything. So yeah, it's been pretty rough in terms of recovery. So yeah, I'm definitely not 100% at all. So yeah, I just need to smash the gym, eat my veg, eat my fruit, and I'll be good as new in no time. So, Theta. Theta. So we saw the completion of the measure move coming up to $9.27 there. Your haircut is like small baby having beard. So cute. Thanks. That's a compliment or what? I know. To be honest, the barber did cut it pretty short, right? He did cut it pretty short, and I just had to grow the beard out to kind of counteract it. But yeah, I haven't gelled up or anything today. But yeah, anyway, Theta, where are we? Theta, this was the measure move for Theta that we were looking for. Smashed it, amazing stuff there. Obviously, it's just clean rejections from this zone, and same sort of scenario as V-Chain actually. Quite interesting stuff there. Obviously, the May crash coming through there. We've got these insane lower highs here from the May crash. Didn't get over it. We actually were on that cusp of a challenge point there for Theta, and you've seen the rejection play out. If we were over that and we did invalidate this lower high here, and we did actually probably even tap the first lower high we had from the previous high in terms of an all-time high there for Theta, I do believe there. If we could have got over that, or even challenged this one here, then we wouldn't have really been in as bad scenario as what we are seeing here. But because the fact of the matter is we have come up to this previous lower high here, this very correlative point, and we didn't smash it, didn't find support there, it's looking really, really quite bad, right? And the reason for this is, guys, it's basically another lower high that's been set, right? So now we've got, from the previous all-time high, we've got lower high, lower high, lower high, and we're even coming down lower, invalidating all of the higher lows that we just set there for Theta. So yeah, it's looking pretty bad. I mean, in terms of a bit of hope here, we've got this trend line coming down from the previous all-time high here, and that's going to be sat around that $4 and sort of 25 there. If you are looking for any sort of bounce point, if we do actually crash here for Theta and we are looking for any sort of bounce point, it is going to be on this trend line. That's what I would be looking for there. But in terms of a bullish and bearishness right now, it's looking pretty bearish, I would say. Pretty bearish, I would say, for Theta. Let me jump to the shorter term time frame, see if I can get you a shorter term target there. Alexander there. I mean, yeah, I would say falling wedge, to be honest, but touch points are really not that good. You would go off this previous high, something along the lines of that, right? And then you could be looking at break to the upside. But if that is going to be the sort of scenario coming through there, first things first, you've got to get over this volume weighted ATR band, and that's crucial stuff. And that's at $5.33 there. And it's on the 4 hourly, so it is a very quite reliable tool there. So yeah, hopefully if you can get over that, I would be looking for a target. Probably correlating with this previous low that you've got coming through here. Probably correlating as well with the 21 moving average, and also this top side of this falling wedge pattern. So yeah, I would actually expect some rejection from there. Maybe if you've got the volume weighted ATR band coming through here and you find the support on that first, you come up, you reject, you then potentially have another bounce point, and then this is where we're going to be looking for some sort of breakout scenario coming through there for Theta, if we are going to see the momentum to the upside gain, right? Now obviously, speculatively speaking here, in terms of a measure move for Theta here, we're going to be looking at something along the lines of this. Obviously, guys, nothing I say is financial advice. Don't just take any trades that I'm saying on stream, right? Do your own research before entering any sort of positions. I'm not your financial advisor. I can't stress that enough. But yeah, in terms of percentages for this breakout scenario that we are looking for here for Theta, be around a 12.79%. So yeah, not too bad, but yeah, as I was saying here, guys, if we are going to see a correlative, obviously it's going to be on like the 15-minute sort of time frame here, symmetrical triangle, looking for a bit of a mini breakout coming through that. We need to basically take into account we've got lower low points coming through here, right? And these are obviously going to be acting as key resistance points. So that's why we're going to be, if we are going to be seeing any sort of breakout from this falling wedge pattern, first take profit is going to be at this previous low, right? Because we know that's definitely a point of resistance, right? First take profit is going to be there. We've also got these moving averages coming down as well. The 55, that's going to be a very correlative point to be taking profit from as well. Probably actually, it's going to correlate very well with this horizontal at $5.70 there. So yeah, going to be interesting to see how that does plan out. But you know the drill, people. We stagger our take profits all the way up. Once we hit one take profit, we take our stop loss, we move it to our entry. So if we do see any sort of reversal coming through at any time, at any sort of take profit we do hit, we've already taken profit once, we've already moved our stop loss to our entry point, and that basically minimizes losses completely, right? Minimizes losses completely, and basically means we rarely ever lose. Great little strategy there. So yeah, where are we? So let's get rid of that for now, and just let's just see how that plans out, my good sirs, and gentlemen and ladies preferred pronouns, right? So yeah, let's have a little look at the chat there. Algo. I'll have a look at Algo for Jim the Retro Gamer. I'm intrigued to see what Algo's actually been doing, because we all know that Algo actually has been moving mad recently, just been going mental, right? Algo has been going mental. Obviously before whatever the hell this is. This music is just terrible what I've got on. Honestly, it's dreadful. Just awful. So first things first, I would say descending triangle, but I think I just deleted that, right? So yeah, I would say descending triangle, maybe probably from this previous high. I would probably say actually the most correlative point here that we would be looking for is going to be along the lines of this. And Manav, I did BNB. It was one of my altcoins of the day. If you want to rewind back to the stream, you'll basically find it in there, man. But yeah, obviously, as you can see, potentially actually symmetrical triangle pattern actually playing out there. I mean, in terms of the measure move from that to the downside, you can see clear enough being completed, right? Clear enough being completed there in terms of a chart pattern there. And also we're below all major moving averages now. Now, obviously, we have bounced clearly here off the 200 EMA. Pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff in terms of a level of support. If we'd have lost this, it would have been really rough, right? It would have been really rough, and I would have expected prices of around $1.48. But at this point in time, we're actually seeing a nice bit of confidence resume there for Algo. In terms of the daily, we're up around 8%. Not bad at all, I must say, compared to a lot of the markets right now. What do you think about Meta Hero long term? I think I did some research on Meta Hero, man. Can't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, maybe I should research that again. What do you think about Meta Hero, my good sir? But yeah, in terms of Algo run right now, 21. Hello, 21 moving average is going to be the correlative point, and as you can see there, people, this is going to line up pretty famously with these key levels of resistance here. As you can see there, key levels of resistance in terms of these test points sat at around this $1.86. So yeah, if you are looking for any sort of rejection here, this is going to be your point. This is going to be a rejection point. But hey, if you can get the support on that, hello, gains to the upside. And the reasoning by this is, guys, you can see when we see the levels of support being formed here, it's famous for actually banging it back up, right? So if we can get support here, you're going to be looking at a pretty progressive move to the upside there. The breakout scenario I would be looking for, it wouldn't be after this horizontal. And the reasoning for this is, people, there's a lot of moving averages, there's a lot of trend lines, there are a lot of things holding us back, and we're just looking at one time frame here. So I would be looking at this, a breakup from this scenario in terms of this downwards sloping resistance line. At this point in time, it is going to be looking like we are going to be breaking out of this zone if this trend is going to continue at around this $2, that sort of area there. That's where I'd be looking for a nice little long position if we are going to be seeing that come into fruition and play out. I have 22,500 hero, by the way. Interesting. Should we have a look at hero chart, shall we? What do you want from me? That wasn't it. Try this one. Miss is FTT, please. Yeah, we'll do a bit of FTT after this, man, definitely. What I would say here about Meta Hero, my good sir, is it's heavily manipulated. You can see these wicks. You can see it's continuous diet. This is heavily manipulated. You can see it. So yeah, just be careful, guys. Be careful with this one. You can see crazy stuff there. Obviously, I don't know anything about the fundamentals here, but I think I tried to do some research on it before, but wasn't really. It obviously wasn't great, right? It didn't jump out at me. And you know me, if I like fundamentals, it's on Gate Exchange, right? That's probably why it's not here then. But yeah, so yeah, just be careful, guys. And guys, if you did want to do some research yourself on Meta Hero, crack on, because it's always good to learn. It's always good to learn, especially new altcoins, new fundamentals and stuff like that, guys. Because you could find, if you do some research, you could find a little gem. Who knows? Did the same. I did that with DAG. Found a gem there. CC was in the chat. I'm not sure if you're still there, but you showed us all DAG, and it was great. So, I mean, right now FTX not too bad. And the reasoning for this is, guys, you can see this correlative point. You can see where we could have easily broken to the downside here, because we do have this range, as you can see here, guys, this range from this previous consolidatory zone. I love that word, consolidatory zone that we've got coming through here. Clean horizontals, clean levels of resistance coming through here, people. Pretty strong stuff indeed, and also clean levels of support as well there. So you can see the range that we do have in here. We could have easily fell off here, ended up in this range, and went sideways a bit more, sideways in this range, and basically retraced. But no, we didn't actually. We didn't do that. Let me just get rid of this TA for a sec. That's a bit messy, isn't it? Yeah, we didn't actually do that. We've actually bounced off that pretty nicely, I would say. Not looking too bad at all. If Bitcoin is going to have the big dump coming through there, probably stock market open there, guys. If Bitcoin is going to dump off a cliff here, this is the point that we are going to be looking at potentially holding. If we don't hold it, we got volume weighted ATR went back in this range. Likely scenario here is we come down, we wick, we bounce back up. That's probably the scenario that I would see happening there, but I wouldn't see us actually going lower than $44.39 in the next day or so, right? In the next day, so obviously depending on what the market's going to do for the rest of the week, we don't know at this stage. But yeah, at this point in time, it's not looking too shabby at all in terms of performing compared to a lot of the other altcoins there. In terms of breakout scenario here, this would be the ideal zone. We've got the 55 moving average coming up as well. The moving averages are pretty caught up here on the 4 hourly. So yeah, if we are going to break up and have the continuation here, this would be the most likely breakout sort of scenario coming through there. And then we could talk about challenging most recent lower highs there. As you can see there, we've got quite a few of them staggered across there, guys. So yeah, if you looked at a different chart, bro. Okay. Yeah, if we FTX there, if we are going to be looking at any sort of breakout, it is going to be from this zone at around the 61, 62, maybe 63, 64 sort of area there, guys, for FTX there. But yeah, at this point in time, it doesn't look too bad. Obviously, still in the downtrend, right? But compared to all the other charts, we have seen a nice bounce point off this level of support, and it's a very, very correlative level of support, which, as I said, we could have easily lost there. Easily. What is the chart then, Manav? Because I couldn't see, it, man. Because you put a hero, right? Nothing. There's no gate exchange like you said. No, we haven't got a chart for that, man. So, not good. Not good. CRV for Fady. And I'm probably going to wrap the stream up, guys. Get my energy ready for tomorrow. Gotta get back to streaming schedule now. Now the birthday's done. Thank God the birthday's done. Goodness. Yeah, so I mean, symmetrical triangle, it's not like the nicest symmetrical triangle, I would say, in the world. But symmetrical triangle, none the least, right? So yeah, I probably would do something along the lines of that, and then something along the lines of this in terms of a trap zone. Yeah, in terms of the trap zone, I would be looking at something along the lines of that in terms of the support point. And that does correlate pretty well with the 200 EMA as well. If we are looking for any sort of scenario here for CRV, then granted, yes, you're in a trend. You're in a downtrend at this point in time, and your next lower high is $3 away, and you're at $2.5. So yes, you're quite a long distance from getting to this point in terms of having a bit of a trend reversal there, and actually invalidating this this downtrend that you are coming through here. So yeah, it's looking pretty bad, but you've got heavy levels of support, as you can see there. This is the positive that we are looking for. You're not quite just setting lower lows. You might be in terms of this trend here, but in terms of the more of a macro trend here, you're still setting higher lows continuously, right? You're still setting higher lows continuously, and yeah, it's not bad. I would be worried if you actually came down and you challenged this previous this previous higher low point here around that $2 there and you lost that, then I would have been like, yeah, you're coming down a lot further. But at this point in time, you're actually showing quite a bit of confidence, quite a nice level of support here coming through. So I would actually expect you to come up. I wouldn't say come all the way up to challenge this previous lower high here, but I would say at least to come up and give these moving averages, called up moving averages, a run for their money, right? And that's probably sat around that $2.70, that sort of area. Let me jump to by the way, thank you. No worries, man. Thoughts on AMP, Jim? I think AMP was that coin that it was doing some hyperlink for Bitcoin transactions or something, but I think that's basically it's being invalidated by new technology, unfortunately, because it did look very good, very good, but unfortunately I do think AMP is now basically funded on like more fundamentals, not fundamentals, but more FOMO through Coinbase listing and all that stuff. So yeah, I wouldn't say AMP's the pick of the litter for me in a sense, right? It used to be pretty good, and at least the head chart used to be pretty healthy. But to be fair, I haven't looked at the chart in a while, so maybe we might have a little look at AMP chart then, see what's going on there, because the technology is annoyingly being not stolen in a sense, but recreated. Only naturally though, right? Only naturally, because that's some of the key problems here with crypto transactions. It takes a long time. 36 likes as well, guys. You're absolutely killing it. Amazing stuff there. do appreciate them likes coming through there. Should we have a like target of 40? Should we do that? 40 likes? Can we do 40 likes? That'd be pretty mad. 40 likes. Yeah, in terms of breaking up scenario here for Solana, obviously we've got a falling wedge chart pattern coming through on the 4-hourly time frame here. I would say quite nice level of support actually being formed continuously here. And let's just touch on the daily quickly, just because we know what Solana's been doing. It's been going mental. It's been going mental recently. Ivo, bad jokes loading. Yeah, Solana's obviously been going mental recently, guys. So what we are seeing here, it's absolutely fine. It's absolutely healthy. It's just a bit of a pullback. Oh, there comes the first yawn. It's a bit of a pullback coming through there. It's really not too bad. But what I'm saying here is I would be looking at a nice break to the upside here for Solana if we are going to see the confidence actually resume there. I would be looking for a breakup of this falling wedge pattern. I mean, it's not quite low enough in terms of symmetrical bull flag coming through there, but yeah, I would say a falling wedge pattern to start off with. We are looking for any sort of breakout scenario here. It is going to be around that $158 there, and then first things first, we're going to be taking profit at this previous lower high here. And just in terms of observation right now, guys, you can see, let's forget this happened for now, right? You can see this downtrend coming through here. You can see these lower highs continuously. Now you've got a nice uptrend coming through there, challenging the first lower high, challenging the second lower high. Granted, yes, getting rejected, but we've still challenged one. So that does show that there is confidence still in the air there for Solana, as we have invalidated a pretty crucial point coming through there. Now, if we are going to actually be coming up again, I would be looking at key resistance point is going to be starting off potentially at this breakout. If we do break out, it's going to be very, very good indeed, because it's going to be on the horizontal of this lower high, and also the next target point is going to be this this crucial lower high point coming through there, and that's obviously going to be a first take profit point, because it's very easy to have a reversal from that zone there, people. So yeah, interesting stuff coming through that. But yeah, the measure move for this completion is going to be around this $20.74 there. Interesting stuff there. Hey Tasmin, nice to see you on the stream there, Taz. Hope you're having a good day. What are your thoughts on SRM? Oh no, I said I'd check AMP, didn't I, for Jim? AMP. We'll do Coinbase, right? As I said, I haven't looked at this chart in a long time. Christ, that's bad. Right, so is that not working? Keep doing this, it's not working. Right, so let's get rid of that old TA there. I mean, we were looking at AMP. It was probably around this point, actually, probably before. it started to just trend down. And this is just a clean example of like trying to climb Everest in a parabolic motion. You're climbing Everest, biggest mountain in the world, guys. What you want to be doing, you want to be resting at base camp 1 here in terms of a consolidatory chart sort of pattern there. You want to consolidate, you want to chill out, and then take another leg up. But no, unfortunately, when you go too parabolic, when you get a bit too greedy here, when it's all powered by FOMO, it just starts a big sell-off. We saw it with Matic. We see it with stuff like AMP like this, right? Now, this is really bad. Really bad, just because you're actually currently sat on the lowest point, the all-time low. Coming through there for AMP there. This is really, really bad. If you don't find support and you don't bounce the upside here and you lose this, then you're going to be doing, what's the word? You're going to be doing an ICP. You're going to be setting lower low after lower low after lower low continuously in terms of the all-time lows there. So yeah, looking pretty bad for AMP there. And yes, it's pretty much what I was saying earlier without even looking at the chart, like the technology itself, I think it is being basically recreated, which sucks on their half, right? It must be a bit annoying. Superstars this morning, just what the hell is BTC? It's so exciting at the moment. No one can say it's boring at the moment. No, they can't. They can't. XYO just listed on Coinbase. XYO. Famous Coinbase action. Insane pumps to the upside. I just felt like, you know, SHIB listed on Coinbase the other day and it just pumped up like 25%. It's just typical Coinbase, right? For me personally, I don't use Coinbase because the fees are just ridiculous, right? Fees are just ridiculous compared to like Binance. Yeah, so not good. Yeah, this chart's pretty bad. Pretty bad. It would be good if we did see a bit of a reversal and lower highs actually being invalidated, but unfortunately, when you see an open like this and you see a high get created and then just a downtrend like that, it's just rough. Hopefully, you can hold this level of support. If you don't, you're going to be coming down to here around this $22, and this is just the hype of a Coinbase listing, right? Just is a slave for sin. What does that mean? It was on KuCoin originally. Oh, okay, right, that makes sense. Yeah. But unfortunately, Jim, like regardless of where it is before, the thing is what I've seen with Coinbase here, it just they just pump like crazy as soon as they get on Coinbase, and after that they just kind of trend down, which must be quite painful for the owners of the coin, right? They're like, oh my god, we got on Coinbase, and they just get wrecked. Yeah, thank you ever so much for the super chat there, Ivor. I do appreciate that, man. Let me do a bit of quant for you. Buying me a nice Tuesday morning coffee. Or a beer. Not another beer. I don't need no more beer. Too much beer in the last week. More data. Okay, yeah, I'll definitely should we check that out in a second? Let me just have some more juice. Why it's freezing now. I'm not happy with this. What? No, this is not good. Don't crash. Come on. Not today. Not today. Bad jokes loaded. I got XYO at 0.0. That's pretty cheap, right? Pretty cheap. Pretty crazy. So yeah, let's have a little look at quant. So yeah, quant at this point in time, it's the 4 hour. It looks like the daily, right? When you're seeing a run up like this, and then obviously probably may sort of crash, and then, yeah. But yeah, so interesting stuff actually for the 4 hour. What's the daily and see what that's saying? This is I did some research on quant actually. Yeah, I did some research on it. It doesn't even look too bad. They got a really good website as well, so they're doing good things. And they're really DeFi. Hey, Joseph's here. Nice to see you on the stream there, Joseph. Amazing stuff there, man. But yeah, so in terms of quant at the moment, pretty healthy uptrend, I would say. And when we are seeing parabolic motions coming through like so, right? Parabolic motions coming through. I said it earlier, we're climbing Everest in terms of those parabolic motions. We're resting at base camp 1. We're seeing us go up again, right? We're seeing a nice base. This is just a clean cut base camp 1 example, right? Clean cut base camp 1 example. Let me get a little cheeky emojis coming through there. Bit of base camp 1. Yeah, clean example of base camp 1. And then taking another leg up to base camp 2 of Everest, right? Base camp 2 of Everest. So yeah, as you can see, after that, we're sat at base camp 2 for quite a while. And then hello, near enough the top of Everest. All-time highs getting reached there. Amazing stuff there. So yeah, it's just, it's it's healthy. This is what we want. This is the healthiest sort of scenario there. But when we are seeing a really big pump up like this, I would expect some crashes coming through there, especially even certainly seeing a pump after that, right? So yeah, this what we are seeing here for quant, I mean, it's not too bad. And the reason for this is, guys, if we were going to lose, if we were going to see a lot more progression to the downside and the confidence actually wasn't there, then we would have lost the 200 there, and we would have also lost this this horizontal here at 288. Because in terms of a correction, so I go from the start of this downtrend, right? It's really not even too bad in terms of live corrections now. So 17%. So yeah, it's not even too bad if we're comparing it to what we have seen. Say, I don't want to go too ambitious here, but let's just go on this uptrend coming through here. Oh, that's the wrong tool. This uptrend coming through here. We'll go from this low to around this high, right? If I can get there, the screen's gonna let me. It's like over 100%, right? It's 133% from that previous from the all-time high, right? So from there, we're around a 25% correction. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. That's absolutely healthy. So yeah, hopefully we can actually bounce here for quant. If we can bounce for quant there, amazing stuff there, then I would be looking for a new all-time highs to be challenged there. But first things first, we've got these lower highs we need to think about. The next lower high that I would be looking for is actually previous all-time high coming through there, and that's 370 there. That's going to be the target price point that we can get through. If we can get through that final level of support, then yeah, all-time high is a definite possibility there for DAG there, correlating pretty bloody well with the volume weighted ATR band. Pretty good with the volume weighted ATR one. Ben's Marky, nice to see you on the stream there. Nice to see you on the stream there. CC said at least DAG is green, lol. Yeah, DAG's pretty good, man. DAG does this bit. But what I was going to look at, I was going to look at XYO for Jim to BTC pairing. XYO BTC. Qcoin or Coinbase, probably do Coinbase, or is that too new? Yeah, we won't do that one. Okay. Yes. The thing is, I see like, yes, see quite a lot happening with coins like this. Like you just see insane run-ups like that, and then you just get wrecked. So yeah, I mean, obviously I don't know the fundamentals behind this, guys, so have to bear with me a bit. But in terms of a healthy chart, this is just not great. Parabolic correction coming through there, pretty bad, pretty bad. If it was going to be healthy, we would have consolidated along here, and this would have been like a base camp 1 sort of scenario, and then we could have taken another leg up. But at this point in time, it's just looking really rough, really rough. So not good. Let's had enough of that. Clout Gangster says, "Good morning, Conor McGregor." Yeah, man, the beard, it needs to be a little bit scraggly, but yeah, I know what you're saying. I got the color. I got the color. Check Radix. It looks interesting. It's a layer 1 for DeFi. Interesting. Guys, I need some requests. Get your altcoin requests in the chat. I'm running out. It's an app that people pay. Oh, is it a game? Pay or play, Jim? Ah, no, we didn't do AXS, Toy Wolf. Let me do a bit of AXS for you. AXS. Bit of Axie. What are we on likewise as well? 48 likes. Smashing the like target today, guys. Amazing stuff there. Do appreciate all them likes coming through. It does help out the channel coming through there. And for... I'm going to try and say your name, man. I'm pretty bad at reading, but I'll try. Jathushan. Jathushan. We will do a bit of link for you in a second, my bro. Don't you sweat it. So yeah, AXS right now. Axie. I mean, to be honest, on the daily, we have been looking at pretty huge uptrends recently, right? Pretty huge uptrends. And what we have seen, just a bit of consolidation after that. Did you report the Instagram post I sent you? Damn scammers. Yeah, man, I did. There was obviously, for you guys that don't know, I did have someone recreate my Instagram. It's quite good. To be fair, they did a pretty good job. They recreated my Instagram and started messaging, like followed everyone that I follow and all that, and just started messaging everyone trying to scam them and stuff. I reported them to Instagram, and then Instagram was like, "Yep, we're gonna look at your report." And they looked at it and they were like, "No, this guy's fine." I was like, "Are you dumb? Are you dumb? Like what?" They obviously didn't look at it, idiots. But yeah, so It is still out there, so guys, be careful. I'm never gonna private message you without any sort of proof that it's me, right? So yeah, just don't. I'm never gonna trade your money. I'm never gonna do any of that stuff. So yeah, just be careful out there. The scammers everywhere. Scammers everywhere. They will get you. They will get you. Yeah, Axie in terms of what we are seeing, we're seeing pretty big pumps to the upside, right? Pretty good stuff. And then nice consolidation, as you can see here. Massive parabolic pump to the upside, consolidation, massive pump to the upside, consolidation, big pump to the upside. Granted, yes, huge dump coming through that, and that was obviously when 3 weeks ago when Bitcoin just decided to absolutely fall off a cliff, right? So yeah, not too bad. From there, yes, granted, we have been trending down, but I do think this is partly responsible just for how Bitcoin is behaving, right? And if you don't know the fundamentals on Axie, it's a game, it's an NFT game, and I do think it's going to have continuous progression to the upside because the amount of growing players it's ridiculous, right? It's absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, it's got pretty good fundamentals behind it. My hair was sticking up there. It's got pretty good fundamentals behind it, and I would expect this to run up again, as it has been doing over the last weeks on end. You can see very healthy stuff indeed. Obviously we've got the May disaster coming through there, but yeah, from there you can see how healthy this it's a very healthy chart in terms of the uptrend, right? And the trend is a friend, and we ride it till the end. We're still above the volume weighted ATR band as well, so if you are looking for a low point in terms of a bounce point for Axie there, it is going to be sat around this 47.93 there, which is actually pretty low compared to what it got to there. Near enough 50% correction, so yeah, pretty bad indeed. But yeah, I can see us actually having a run up from there, and we haven't really seen huge corrections coming through for Axie since the sort of May sort of disaster coming through there. So yeah, this is absolutely fine. It's absolutely healthy. So don't panic. It will return to where it's at, as long as people keep playing the game, right? Karim, I see you on the stream there, Karim. Miss you too, man. So yeah, what we're doing next? I was going to do link for. Who is it? Link for Jathushan. Hopefully I'm saying that right, man. I was going to round off the stream, wasn't I? An hour and a half. God, I wasn't planning on doing that today. But yeah, I will be back tomorrow morning, guys. Every single morning, Monday to Friday. Every single goddamn day. Yeah, if you want to tune in. You know what the subscribe button is. You know what that is. But if you don't, and you're having a good time, smash that like button. Helps me out tremendously in terms of the YouTube algorithms. And I need help with the YouTube algorithms, right? Pretty hard, pretty rough. So yeah, I do appreciate all the likes coming through there. So yeah, let's talk about Chainlink here on the daily. The charts look terrible. Now, obviously, this is what happened in May. Crazy stuff coming through there. Lower lows being set continuously before actually this reversal on the 20th of July from what we saw from Elon and Jack jumping on that B word, the Bitcoin conference coming through there. We saw this massive uptrend coming through, right? But a lot of actually altcoins of Bitcoin didn't actually set a lower low at this point, right? So yeah, it's interesting to see a lower low actually get set here and then get set and go. We've taken off to the moon from there, right? We saw, but yeah, it's the same sort of scenario as VeChain, right, guys? You see the May crash, you can see these lower highs coming through here. And we've actually got cleanly rejected off this lower high in terms of this resistance point. So yeah, same sort of scenario as VeChain there. Pretty bad, pretty rough. This is going to be counting as a lower high from the previous all-time high. I would be saying that. Yeah, from the previous all-time high there for Link there. This is going to be counting as a lower high, which unfortunately, I hate to say it, people, it's bearish. It is bearish indeed, and that obviously means that we're going to have a bit of a run to the downside now. Now, if we are going to be running to the downside here, we're going to be needing some caffeine because it's going to be a long run. It's going to be a long run. Now, what I'm saying here, people, is you can see this heavy level of support that we've got coming through here in terms of this horizontal, and that's sat at around this $24.26. Granted, yes, we have lost that at this point in time. We're challenging in terms of a resistance. Now, in terms of chart patterns here, I would be inclined to go lower high. Obviously, this is the high point in terms of the most recent trend, but in terms of the macro trend there, in terms of the daily trend there, this is going to be counting as a lower high. Another lower high coming through here, guys. And then we've also got, as I just said, a horizontal coming through here. That basically means, hello, descending triangle coming through that. Now, if we're looking for any sort of move from a descending triangle for a continuation trend towards the downside here, it's going to be pretty rough. It's going to be pretty bad. Pretty bad, bringing the price all the way down to the $17.60 there. Obviously, it's going to take a hell of a lot to get there, guys. And there's a lot of potential reversal scenarios on the way down there. So I don't think the chance of us going down to this $17.66 there is quite unlikely, but we can be taking profit all the way down if it is going to be a sort of a shorting scenario there. As you can see, we've got higher lows continuously, right? And that's the first one that we've actually got rejected off here. You can see correlates very well with this lower high point, and obviously this consolidation zone here as well there. So yeah, the next point I would be looking for is obviously going to be this volume weighted ATR band at around this $21.41 there. Next after that, we've got pretty solid consolidation zone, as you can see here, guys, as well. That's going to be around $19.48. But yeah, as I was saying there, if we are going to be entering any sort of short position here for Link, this is very, very important. If we're going to be entering any sort of short position here, as soon as you hit your first take profit, you take your stop loss, depending on where that is, depending on where the entry is, depending on moving averages across multiple different time frames, trend lines. There's a lot of information we can be using there to determine where our stop loss is going to be there. To determine on an average, our stop loss, say it's at $25.39 there. Once you hit your first take profit, what do? You take your stop loss and you move it to your entry point, right? You move it to your entry point, and the reasoning for this is, guys, if you see any sort of reversal and you get stopped out, yes, you get stopped out, but it's going to be a positive stop out at the end of the day. Now, if you see continuation happening to the downside, like so, granted, you're going to be hitting take profit after take profit after take profit. It's all going to be positive stuff coming through there, guys. So yeah, that's sort of the strategy. It's just kind of a win-win. You minimize losses completely, right? If you have a reversal, you get stopped out, yes, the trade's over, annoyingly, but you still minimize your losses completely, because otherwise, if you were waiting for that completion of the measure move at 27.5% there, you'd have been screwed, right? You've been absolutely screwed. You would have got stopped out in negatives, right? So yeah, it just basically takes out the whole risk factor behind it. Have a drink of water, and then we'll juice, and then we'll carry on. Do a bit of dot there for LR. I'm going to do dot, and then I'm going to end this stream, I think. I'm pretty tired. Apologies, popped in to say hi. Like, we'll catch the stream later. Love your work, Chester. Thanks, Michael. Appreciate it, man. Nice to see you on the stream there. To appreciate someone just stopping by, leaving a good compliment, and then leaving. Like, it's absolutely fine, right? Any Twitter account recommended for crypto? You see in the bottom left-hand side of the screen? No, I don't know. If you go to thing is, right, I'm not the biggest Twitter guy, right? Just because I spent years building an account all the way up to I think it was like 25,000 followers or something, and then I got hacked, and I was just there like, right, I hate Twitter. Spent years building that thing up, and now it just got hacked. So I was like, yeah, done with that really. But obviously for business purposes, I've got the Crypto Chester Twitter, right? So yeah, you can go follow that. I do occasional updates and stuff like that, but it's more to notify my audience when I'm going live, because I know YouTube are pretty bad at that sort of thing, right? You get a notification like 6 hours later or something. So yeah, for Twitter and stuff like that, basically what I did, I went and followed. I was like, right, who are all the billionaires in the world following? And I just went and basically followed all those people, because they're obviously intelligent people, right? So they obviously know how to make money and stuff from an entrepreneurial standpoint. So yeah, that's kind of who my Twitter is colonized by in terms of business. And so yeah, as you can see here, for dot there, this is for LR. Yeah, for dot here, this is going to be the measure move to the downside if we are going to have continuation here. To be honest, it's not even too bad, right? It's really not too bad. You haven't set a lower low. You're still holding. You've held off this trend line pretty good indeed. At the end of the day, you've actually set a higher low here, which is pretty good, pretty progressive in terms of momentum to the upside there. So yeah, not even too bad, right? I actually probably would expect you to come up higher and challenge your most previous lower high here. And that's going to be around that $33.85. That's going to be a deal sort of scenario there for you there, LR. Hopefully you can get there. Hopefully you can. If you can't, be prepared for this measure move to the downside. The measure move to the downside, which we could be looking for here in terms of percentages here, is going to be around 16.46%. And to be honest, looking at that, that's going to correlate very, very well with the volume weighted ATR band coming through as well. And also this this dirty low point coming through here from this crazy crypto crash 3 weeks ago. I think that was right. So yeah, that's going to be definitely a bounce point to be looking out for. It's say if Bitcoin decides to actually dump off a cliff, right? That's going to be an amazing bounce point there for DOT to be thinking about there. Yeah, interesting stuff there. If not, I would expect you to actually be coming up here. It's not too bad. Setting higher highs continuously. Granted, the first target point is going to be this lower high. But as you can see here, from the previous crash 3 weeks ago, I think it's one of the only altcoins that's actually doing this, which is quite nice to see. From the previous crash like 3 weeks ago, you've actually seen a lot of confidence actually coming up, and newer high highs are being set after that, which is unlike a lot of the altcoins coming through there, guys. So yeah, got good. There's a lot of confidence here for DOT, and I can see progression coming up in said future. That's going to be it. I'm pretty tired. Yeah, pretty tired, guys. But thank you ever so much for all your likes and all that stuff. And let's just do a little BTC review. We're actually getting... ow. Oh, just cut open my nail on my desk. We're seeing a bit of... we're seeing a rejection coming through from this 21 moving average in terms of resistance. That really hurt, I'll tell you that. Yeah, I would be expecting a nice little bounce point potentially at this 10 simple here. That's going to be the ideal sort of, if we are going to have the continuation to the upside here, nice bounce of this 10 simple, coming up again, setting a new higher high in terms of this little micro uptrend that we've got coming through here. That's going to be the ideal scenario for looking to break this volume weighted ATR band. What I'm saying here, we need to get above 44k before stock market open in probably a few hours now, guys. If we don't get above this in a few hours time, stock market open is going to wreck us. It's going to wreck us. We need to be above the volume weighted ATR band, above the 21, and also above this key lower high point here. If we can get above that, it's going to be a lot better for a nice wick down, and then sort of a bit more stability there. But at this point in time, guys, in terms of the short term, that would be the target that we are looking for. And hey, to be honest, we're getting lower highs from this insane lower low that we have seen here. We are getting, sorry, not lower highs, we're getting higher lows here, and hopefully we can see a nice little swing to the upside off this 10 symbol as well, and setting another higher low there, and that's obviously going to be bullish as well there, guys, for the micro sort of trend. Yeah, it's going to be the ideal scenario there for the old Bitcoin. Now, in terms of what we are seeing here on the 4 hourly, we're seeing a volume weighted ATR band actually get respected quite heavily. So my headphones are just going mental at the moment. Getting heavily respected at the moment. I can't hear anything. Yeah, getting heavily respected at the moment here, guys. So yeah, it's not too bad. Not too bad. But yeah, we do have the 10 symbol pulling us coming down as well to say hello. So yes, it's going to be rough. This major trend line that we've got coming through here is going to be the point to get over there, as well as that lower high. It does correlate very, very well in terms of a horizontal there, around 44k. That's going to be the target, as I would say there, guys. 44k. It's going to be the target. Oh, goodness me. That we are going to be looking for there. And then we can be talking about the idea of having a breakout to the upside. But yeah, I think everyone's panicking a bit just because obviously we've seen huge dumps to the downside recently. It's been the start of the week for the last 3 weeks. We've seen insane dumps to the downside, same volatility. I think it's the whales playing mental games with us here, people. You can see the buying back power that we are seeing there. We can see it. The buying back power was there. It is there. So just be calm, be collected. To be honest, I don't think we're just going to absolutely run down to the earth here. I don't think we're going to be coming down to the mud. I do think we are going to have a bit of a retracement of nice bounce points coming up here. But crucially today, we need to be watching for that 44,000 sort of zone, reclaiming this horizontal there and banging up from there. That's going to be what we need to do. And that's the ideal scenario there for Bitcoin, for us to actually reclaim a bit more bullish momentum there. And yeah, you can see the support coming up from this zone before. If we can get a nice little wave like that again, it's going to be coming up and bringing us to the test of this this falling wedge pattern, right? Falling wedge pattern usually breaks to the upside here, guys. So yeah, this is going to be interesting point. If we can get a break to the upside, it's going to be around a 9%, 9.5% there for Bitcoin. But yeah, obviously speculatively speaking here for now, we just have to see how that goes over the next few days. But I'm sure we will touch on this probably tomorrow morning, right? We'll touch on this tomorrow morning when I go live, because I do stream every single day, Monday to Friday, guys. If you did want to jump on the old subscribe wagon, I'm going to be here every single day, Monday to Friday. So yeah, that's what I'm going to say about that. Now, what are we saying with likes at the moment? 52 likes, absolutely amazing. Do appreciate all those likes coming through, absolutely amazing. Calm and collected, robbing a bank, says Ivo. And yeah, at this point in time, guys, that's the hash ribbons. Yeah, at this point in time, guys, in terms of previous all-time highs, you can see here, this previous all-time high, we've got a pretty strong trend line coming down from that zone here. And you can see the support that we have found on that multiple times there. If we lose this 40k zone, can't stress this enough. If we lose this 40k zone, it means basically we're losing one of the most dominant trend lines from the all-time high for Bitcoin. It's pretty bad if that happens, right? And another reason for that is you can see these lower highs from that previous crash in May. You can see the Viva La resistance coming down from these zones, right? Really, really, really strong there. If we see anything playing out, it could be something along the lines of this, bringing us all the way down to 34K. So yeah, a couple of scenarios there, guys. But in terms of important points to be watching here, obviously we've got 13 hours and 44 minutes left of this daily, and we have seen a lovely little bit of a buyback here. But stock market open could instigate another test of this 41,000 pretty easily. So yeah, just be prepared. Don't be scared. Be prepared, don't be scared. And also, fear and greed, 27. Really, really rough. Really, really rough. But yeah, that's going to be it from me, guys. Do appreciate you guys tuning in. Tuning in this morning. What, an hour and 37 minutes. Had an amazing time. Obviously, I haven't streamed in like probably 5 days or something. So to be honest, I was a bit nervous coming back on stream. But you guys have made me feel comfortable as usual. I do appreciate you guys' support continuously. And yeah, I will be back tomorrow morning for another BTC update and also 3 altcoins of the day and another altcoin request show for you guys. So yeah, amazing stuff there. And also I'll be in the Telegram all day, guys. If you did want to chat to me in the Telegram, just give me a little @ and I'll reply to you in there. Not a problem. But yeah, for now, thanks ever. I'm really bad at outros, right? Thanks ever so much for tuning in. But for now, it's gonna be peace out and goodbye from me, Crypto Chester.